Hello, welcome to our practice today. You can always have a bolster or a pillow or something to sit on during your practice if you'd like, or even a block. You can sit on anything. It just helps put your hips and legs in alignment to help things feel a little better when sitting. So this is a great practice that I love to do when I just have a little bit of time. I want to get my strength training, yoga together. This is a practice that I would do on a typical morning where I just have a little time. So if you need something to sit on, go ahead and get that. And also, if you would like, you don't need this, but if you'd like to use a little weight, I have a 2-pound weight. You just need one, or a soup can, or you can use nothing as well. You can get that. So you can pause here, get your things, and meet me back on your mat. Okay, so we are going to get started. We are going to combine some of our core training and our breathing together here. So we are sitting nice and tall, again checking in that we don't have that arch in our low back as we sit. So you may have to tilt pelvis down a little bit so you don't have that arch, and then you'll feel your core, your transverse abdominis right above your hip points engage. Relax the shoulders here, and we're just going to take a couple regular breaths at first. Inhale, filling belly with air. Exhale, slowly letting that air out. Then we're going to get curious and play around with breath, knowing that you don't have to get this on your first try. Just play around, get curious without judgment. Inhale, fill the belly with air. Exhale, let all of that air out gently. When all the air out is out, gently bring your belly button toward your spine, maybe up a little. I should mention you don't want to do this if you're pregnant, and maybe if you're on your cycle right now, then you just stick with the regular breathing. Inhale, let go, fill belly up with air. Exhale, let all that air out. Belly button towards spine if it's safe for you, up a little. And just continue playing around that. Hold that for a bit. When you need air, inhale, fill belly with air. Exhale, let the air out. Engage that belly button to spine and up. It's a little active core engagement here. If you need to take a little breath between or whatever, just play around and get curious. Awesome practice for when you're at work, sitting, watching TV, or maybe working on something in the computer to take a break. I find that I get a lot of energy from this because it's a core practice that I can do while also breathing. Awesome. And go ahead and return to some regular breaths here. And then move into some torso circles. Feel like you're drawing a circle with your belly button, but then pause where you need to, stretch. Just kind of moving your spine, even not within the circle, but in all directions. When it feels good, right? You can move in the opposite direction. Close your eyes if it feels comfy. And sitting nice and tall here. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Reach arms up. Exhale, turn to one side, but nice and tall. And bring your hands down. Not a super hard twist, just a gentle twist. I like to do this. Helps with digestion. Breathe in here. Inhale, reach arms up, back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, reach back to center, palms together, thumbs to your heart. Take one breath here. And we'll get off of our bolster if you're sitting on anything, a pillow, and we'll move on to hands and knees and grab that weight. So if you're using the weight, you don't need to, you're gonna put it in the middle. You're gonna wrap your shoulders down. We'll move into cat-cow first. So inhale, belly down, head up. open the collarbone. Exhale, arch your back, let your head hang, press away, separating shoulder blades. Continue that. Warming up your spine. And then come back to neutral table. Wrap those shoulders out and down again, but not so they're like locked in. You're still not to like max capacity, but like there so you're still engaged. You'll probably will feel your core engaged that we just used a little above your hip points. You're gonna take one arm, grab that weight if you'd like. Inhale, reach it out in front of you and back. Flip the palm, bring it to the opposite hip. Exhale, go back in the direction you came. Shoulders still locked in, down away from your ear, and then switch sides. That hand down, wrap those shoulders down. Inhale, reach out in front of you. Be super strong here in both arms. Flip, bring it around. Exhale, come back around. And you're going to continue this, so you can try it without the weight as well. Exhale, bring it back. And continue. Really being careful that those shoulders are still kind of gently locked in their place. How we get the mobility and the strength. So flexibility, mobility, and strength. And do one more time on each side, checking in. If that weight is getting too heavy, let it go. You rather have good alignment, good technique, than using a heavier weight. Awesome. Go ahead and set that weight aside, move hands, one hand print where they are, wrap those shoulders down, curl toes under, lift hips up and back for downward dog. Shoulders away from ears, pushing hips up and back. Feel like there's a little magnet bringing heels toward the mat, so you're not like pressing them down, but there's a little force bringing them there as you push hips up and back. Shoulders away from ears, a little magnet so upper arms feel like they're coming toward each other, so they're engaged and not relaxing out to the sides. Inhale here. On an exhale, lift your hands, however it makes sense. You can step to your hands, it doesn't have to be pretty. Hands to your shins, inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands grounded to body, slowly rise up. Reach up. Palms together. Thumbs to heart. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hinge up, hips fold forward. Hands to shins, inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands grounded to body, slowly rise up. Reach up, palms together, thumbs to heart. Relax those shoulders down. Step the right foot back, and it doesn't have to be back super far. It's going to, feet are gonna be hip distance apart. Back foot's gonna be a little diagonal. Bend into that front knee. Back leg is nice and straight. Square those hips. Inhale, reach arms up. Shoulders away from ears, reaching tall. Exhale, straighten that front leg, sweep arms down. 2 more times. And into that front knee, step that back leg up to meet that front leg. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, sweep them down. Step the left foot back here. Same thing, hip distance, back leg, back foot is a little diagonal, bend into the front leg, back leg is nice and straight, but that knee isn't locked. Scissor, hips together, scissor front hip back, feel like thighs are magnetically pulling toward each other. Engage that core, like you can still use all your muscles here. Relax the shoulders down, figure out where can you be strong, where can you be soft. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, straighten the front leg, bring arms down. Continue that your own breath, your own time. Make it feel good to you. Remember, like it's not about what you look like. We're not all gonna look the same. It's how do you feel? And go ahead and step that back foot up to meet that front foot. Inhale, reach arms up. Palms together, thumbs to your heart. Option here to move into a yogi squat. So feet are going to be a little wider than hip distance, toes out toward the side, a little diagonal. Turn your core on, so just like we used with that breath, right above the hip points, poke it if you need to make sure it's turned on. And option to have hands at heart center on your thighs. You're going to come down into a squat as long as you still feel that core on. So if you come down really low and you're like, my core isn't working, come up a little. You can come down as far as you want. This is doing it. It's not about what you look like, it's about how you feel. Or on a little walk, you can come all the way down. Whenever you get to where you are, just grow tall from your torso and make sure that you're feeling that core. You can kind of press knees to thighs to grow nice and tall. And then push into your heels and rise up. You can point toes back forward. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hinge at hips, fold forward, bend the knees a little is okay. Hands to shins, inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Come down onto hands and knees. Come down to seated. Option again to sit on the bolster of the pillow. Option to sit up against the wall. Like no one says that you have to do this right away without having that support. Relax the shoulders down. And just come to your breath. After all that movement, especially that yoga squat, just notice it. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your breath. Notice it slowing down. Without judgment. Inhale, fill your belly with air, giving yourself oxygen for the day to move on. Exhale, slowly let that air out. Continue that at your own breath, your own time. Letting yourself know it's okay to stay and do nothing for just a little bit here. Stillness is important to help us do the things we need to do. And go ahead and lengthen your inhales and exhale. And then tiny little wiggles of movement to your fingers and toes. Slowly turn your head from one side to the other. And your next inhale, reach arms up, stretching up nice and tall, maybe even clasp hands, move side to side, stretching that spine. And palms together, Exhale, bring thumbs to your heart. Smile here. And think of one thing you can do today to fill yourself up. It can be something small, something big. And thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.